tracking my basal body temperature for 5 years now, and here are my thoughts and how I do it. So back in 2020, I started tracking my basal body temperature using the app Natural Cycles. They send you this thermometer, although I think the one that they have now looks a lot different because this is over 5 years old now. But they send you a thermometer and then you pay a subscription and you use their app to track your temperature and all other symptoms and things you experience throughout your menstrual cycle. The reason I started tracking basal body temperature to begin with was one, to just understand my cycle better. I had quite strange cycles up until maybe a year after I started tracking my basal body temperature, and I made a lot of lifestyle changes that helped regulate my cycles. And tracking my basal body temperature gave me a really clear look at what my body was doing, and it's crazy how accurate this app is at telling you when you're going to start your period. And at the time I wasn't totally paying attention to like when I was ovulating because I wasn't having sex and I wasn't trying to get pregnant, so that part wasn't really like something I noticed much, but it was just nice to like understand how your temperature rises and falls throughout your cycle and what that means. And then when I got married, I wasn't trying to get pregnant, so I was able to use it to prevent pregnancy, and it worked really well. I used it for almost a year. Pretty good about keeping track of it and doing it every day, so I just leave it on my nightstand. And in the morning, the first thing I do when I wake up, I don't get out of bed, I just reach over to my nightstand, grab this, or you can even like place it under your pillow, stick it in your mouth way back under your tongue, as far back as you can go, press the button, hold it for 30 seconds, or press the button, wait like 30 seconds, wait for it to beep, and then it'll flash the temperature, and you input it into this app that is through Natural Cycles, but I know there's other apps you can use too. And you input what the temperature says, and then it like calculates, where you're at in your cycle based on that. And I think it's really great if you are preventing pregnancy, if you're trying to get pregnant, or if you're just, trying to regulate your cycles and understand your cycles better. Let me talk about like how to actually track it and what it means. Now, I'm no expert when it comes to like basal body temperature. This is just my experience and like my knowledge that I've gained. But basically, you track your temperature every day. When you ovulate, you're looking for a rise in your temperature. Usually you'll have like some mild fluctuations every day. And then when you ovulate, after you ovulate, you will see a peak in your basal body temperature, which means you ovulated. Then your temperature will usually stay high until your period comes. And then when you're pregnant, your temperature will stay consistently higher. If you're sick or you don't sleep well, that can affect your temperature, obviously, like if you have a fever. So if you're using an app, usually, at least in the Natural Cycles app, you can mark like I slept poorly or I'm sick, and it will exempt that temperature. So that way it doesn't affect like the algorithm for your cycle. I think basal body temperature is a really great way to track your cycles, and I really like it because it has no effect on your body. It's not a pill that you take, so it's not going to affect your hormones. It's literally just understanding and using your body's signal to track what's going on.